Hey, ladies. Hey, friend. Welcome, girl. Episode 1 of Conquer Conversations, where we talk about real women that are conquering big dreams, big goals. So, of course, I'm your host, Deb, girl. Let's get straight into it, okay? So, I'm so excited about this podcast, first and foremost, because this is my time where I just want to talk to real everyday women. I am at home. Come sit down and talk to me, girl. Women who have a business, maybe you're balancing that with your 9 to 5. Baby, you just that 9 to 5, baby, you're full time. Or, you're kind of teetering in between. Should I go back to a 9 to 5? Should I leave my 9 to 5? Girl, come on, sit down. Come on, sit down, honey. So I've been doing a lot of lives and stuff in the past. So it's time that we turn this into a podcast, okay? So if you're listening and you like this, girl, and this sounds like you, just let me know, girl. Just let me know. Okay. So y'all know at Conquer, we work with women entrepreneurs. So I have a couple of segments that I want to do because I got to give y'all a life update, honey. Oh my God. So if you don't know me, I'm 33. I live in Dallas. I've had my business for a couple of years. And yeah, let's get into it. So the first segment that I kind of thought of here is what I'm going to call Deb's Diary. And I just want to give you like a little life update, okay? So let me chill out. Y'all know I have my mug. It is the beginning of December, so we just finished Thanksgiving, girl. So how was your Thanksgiving? Because, girl, I originally planned to go to Memphis for my Thanksgiving, but I ended up staying here in Dallas. And so much stuff has transpired, which is what I'm going to be talking about tonight, which is about giving yourself grace, transitioning seasons, pivoting seasons. Girl, that's the season I'm in right now. Like, for real. A season of transition, pivoting, but still know that I'm on my way and I'm doing my journey. But well, I'm not a superstar yet. You know what I'm saying? But so it was Thanksgiving. So for my Thanksgiving, girl, first of all, y'all know everybody be sharing their plates and stuff. So I named this episode Growth and Gravy because I don't think I've ever been to a Thanksgiving where they had gravy. Have you? I don't know. Is this like a super like I'm a Southern girl, right? Y'all be having gravy at Thanksgiving? I don't even think I've ever had girl gravy at Thanksgiving. But anyway, for Thanksgiving, me and hubby went to his friend's house. That was a good time. It's a couple that we love hanging out with. So we had Thanksgiving there instead of going to Memphis. And uh yeah. So that's been a good time. Other than that, y'all, it's early December. So this is the time of the year where for me personally, I'm starting to like slow down a bit. Okay? And part of it is because I want to, but a part of it, like I really don't want to. Like it's kind of like that uncontrollable, my body and mind and soul is saying we have to slow down and we have to rest in this season. So that's how it is for me right now. Exciting thing is January is around the corner for us, right? So January is around the corner for us girls. So us girls that have a business, girl, January is around the corner. But this is the time of the year where I'm really giving myself a lot of grace. And I have something so crazy to tell y'all about. But I just want to remind the ladies that as we get to the holiday season, if you're anything like me, right? And you're really feeling the need to just kind of slow down and rest. I think that what's been so profound about me is that rest has given me so much clarity, which is what I want to talk about today, right? Like the holidays, like Thanksgiving is one of them type of holidays where, oh, baby, I just don't care. I ate so much. I had to go to the gym yesterday because it was pathetic. It was pathetic how much stuff I ate because I went to a Thanksgiving at his friend's house, and then I ended up going up to a friendsgiving too, girl. So this time of the year, I'm not outside like that because it's getting just a little bit cold here in Dallas. But I'm having family time. I'm having friend time. I'm having rest time. I'm having it's dark at 5:30, so I'm in the bed at 6:30 time. I'm having oh, that's a really good idea. Let me write that down, but I don't need to execute on it right now. Like that type of season, that's where I am right now here in kind of like this post Thanksgiving early December before Christmas. You know what I'm saying, girl? So that's kind of how it is for me right now. So that's what I want to really get into tonight. Is just kind of talk about this idea of giving yourself grace during that season, if you can relate to that, or if you are still having momentum, how to make sure that we're not like pushing aside what this time of the year is meant for, a girl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got that's like so I don't want us to forget that, right? And y'all know me, with my business with Conquer, I really push this idea of be consistent, go after what you want, go after your big dreams, your big goals. That's what we do with Conquer. But honey, baby, the only thing I've been about conquering is eating, chilling, kicking it. For real. That's really what I've been on lately. And this has been a like to just kind of get more into what I'm calling Deb's diary, just kind of that internal dialogue that I'm having. Girl, whew. So I got a confession later on in this episode. I got a confession that I'm gonna tell you about. But I want this to just be time where I talk to you like a friend, girl, and maybe you can relate to this, maybe not. But I have had my business for what's this gonna be 2025? I guess I've been doing it for about 5 years, but I've had Conquer for 3 years. It'll be 4 years next year, and this was a year where I experienced growth in just like really different areas. Has it ever been like that for you? Like, we always want to grow with the money, girl. We always want to grow with the revenue, the cash, the sales, the clients, the visibility, all that. And I had some of that, truly. But I think not to the level that I wanted. Nowhere near. I mean, just, girl, where you at? Yo, what's going on? That, so not to the level, not meet my goals to the level that I wanted. But also just, man, also kind of honoring the stuff and the areas that I grew in that I had no intention on, that I wasn't seeking. I seek the things that I feel like I can see, right? Or that I feel like are possible for me, but other parts of me just transformed this year and grew like internally. My true internal confidence, is really starting to grow. Just some other things around clarity and how I want to move and how I don't want to move, and changing up things about my style, and just a lot of different things. So again, some stuff just kind of, I still had a lot of growth in a lot of different areas. And I have to remind myself, girl, honor that too, because that's a part of the process. I don't want to get all the way to the end, or well, I guess you can't get to the end without going through some of those really important steps. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what's kind of in my heart right now is I have these really amazing and big dreams for myself and for my business and for Conquer. Um, and I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I mean, that's the only way I really see it. I'm on my way. These moments come with, I think me and my husband were in bed and we were kind of just like chatting before we went to sleep and stuff, girl. And we were talking about the concept of like highs and lows. And I said we gotta have the lows. The highs wouldn't be highs without the lows. You wouldn't be able to honor and see how amazing it is, right, without the lows. And same thing for those highs, right? You have to have both. So I honor them equally because I know in my seasons of not really feeling extremely motivated, not being disciplined, definitely the way I need to be, I can give myself grace. I can say, okay, we're in a season of recharging, we're in a season of slowing down, which is good because we know you got to rest because I have the type of business where I got to pour a lot. I host events, I go live, I mentor people. So you're getting a season of recharge. And we know what happens when we slow down, girl. Is it like this for you? When you slow down, you get clarity. That's how it is for me. Like when I slow down, I get clarity, right? So I'm like, oh, okay. Now I'm in that season where I gotta slow down. But on the other side of this, I'm gonna get some more clarity, and I'm definitely gonna get some more confidence, right? So I just honor both seasons equally. But I gotta tell you the truth, girl. I gotta tell you what's been going on with me, girl. For real. So that's what's a little peek into my diary. So I figure with the podcast, and y'all let me know what y'all think. I don't know where you're listening to this. If it's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts or whatever, right? Let me know what you think about the segments. So that's kind of like the Deb's Diary, where I just kind of tell you a little bit more, just kind of bring you into my house, girl, bring you into here in my office at home, girl, and just talk to you about what's been going on my heart. Because I know we see all of the external stuff with each other, right? A lot of us maybe follow each other online, or maybe you follow me online. So I want you to see the other side of it too, because you need both perspectives, girl. You truly do. Okay. All right. So yes, episode 1 of Conquer Conversations. Let me know if you are feeling this, if you're feeling this girl talk, if you're feeling, the inspirational talk, if you have a business and you're like, damn, this really resonates with me. Let me know. So now we're gonna go to pop your ish, okay? So y'all know that I've been calling a mentorship group, an accountability group, but I have a club of super amazing, ambitious women business owners called the Conquer Club, and we meet every Tuesday night. So what I really want to do is start sharing some of the stuff that they're doing. I'm gonna be doing something really cool with this. Y'all just gotta stay tuned. But the ladies inside the Conquer Club have been doing amazing things, and they're girls like me and you, right? Remember at the beginning, I talked about some of us are in our 9 to 5 still, some of us are transitioning in and out of our 9 to 5s. Some of us have left that behind, and we don't, we're full-time entrepreneurs. I have a combination of that inside the Conquer Club. So I have to shout out one of my girls inside the Conquer Club. I have to shout out Rashana. Oh my God. So yes, 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 yes to Rashana inside the Conquer Club. She is a travel agent from Springfield, Missouri. Okay. And Rashana actually had a nursing career. She's been in the Conquer Club. I feel like this is year 2 for her. And she had a career in nursing. And because she was able to start posting online more, a lot more confidence, start talking about stuff her audience wants to see and hear about, which we won't get into tonight. But y'all know I have some other stuff on that. And y'all, let me tell you, this girl called me. She quit her job. She has been getting so many more speaking and training opportunities. So shout out to you, Rashana girl. Shout out to my girls inside the Conquer Club. I want to start sharing more of the stuff that they're doing, because honestly, this is not about me. I just want to kind of be the host and the orchestrator. This really isn't about me. I want it to be about the amazing women that are inside the Conquer Club, the dope things that they're doing. I see them shining on social media. I see them doing great things. And I also know there are a few of those ladies that are doing great things off social media too. So if you want to learn more about that, then let me know, girl. And we'll keep doing the Pop Your Ish segment where you can hear more about some of the ladies that are doing great things. Okay. So, okay. Let's get into it, girl. I'm going to have to sip my drink. Friend, friend, friend. Okay. So there's another segment that we're gonna do called Conquer Confessions, friend, and you let me know what you think about this, okay? So I have a confession, friend. I have a confession, friend. I have a confession. I have a confession. And girl, I have not. I'm so ready to tell you about this. I have been waiting to tell you about this, friend. Okay. So, Conquer Confessions. Let me know what you think about this segment. But, girl, I have a confession, okay? So, I've had a career in HR, and I left that job in 2021. It was during the pandemic. My business was really booming. So, I was like, I'm going to step out on faith and deuces, right? We out of here. So, that was 2021. Come on, 2022, 2023, 2024. So, this year, I really was like, hey, I don't want to say entertaining the idea of going back to work, but really like thinking about it, talking about it, looking at the jobs, looking at my business revenue, picking apart what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, And you know, when you're not making money in your business, especially when you jump out so early, you get desperate. You start doing stuff that don't even make sense. You know, I want to say it don't make sense, but it's just desperate, right? It's just a desperate attempt for sales, and you can't really think clear, you know, because you're trying to get every dollar you can because you need $40. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I was really entertaining the idea of going back to work, applying for some stuff. I would apply, go to an interview, not work out. I would apply rejection a letter, and I work in HR, girl. So I know how to do a resume. Okay, so I would apply, get rejected. I would reply, go interview, not work out. So I'm like, okay, God, I'm calling God. Like, I thought you were sending me to work, but I guess I'm gonna stay on hold until you let me know what you want me to do. You know what I'm saying, girl? So then I was like, no, I'm gonna get serious about it because my business really needs a paycheck. I really need a paycheck every 2 weeks to where I can support myself in different ways and also put it back into my business. Because now I feel like once you do it for a couple of years, like I got a foundation, like I'm starting to see what works and what doesn't work. And I'm thinking if I got a job, I can just kind of like slow down and move smarter in my business. You know what I'm saying? Like I could take that money and I know how ads work now, like for real. I know like if you have a sales funnel and a landing page, like I'm starting to see how, you know, how some of this stuff really makes sense. So I'm like, I need a job. Paycheck every 2 weeks, W-2. Okay. So, girl, I get the applying, I keep applying. So I was like, I'm gonna get serious about applying. Came home, girl. I said, I'm gonna redo my resume again. Okay, so I redid my resume, girl. I applied for a job. This Conquer Confessions for real, because I'm gonna tell you my business, girl. Ooh. Okay, so I applied for the job. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. I applied for the job Tuesday. Okay, so picture this. I applied for a job Tuesday. And at that point, I'm a little desperate, right? Because I'm not, I'm panicking because I'm like, okay, I've never went long without hitting at least this tier of revenue. You know what I'm saying? So I'm panicking and I'm desperate, right? So apply for a job on a Tuesday. Next day they call me. They call me Wednesday. Okay. Sounds good. The new resume worked is what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, God, I'm off hold. You know, it's my turn in line. So apply Tuesday. They call me Wednesday. They say we want you to come in for an interview tomorrow, Thursday. Cool. I ain't got no job. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm at home like this doing a day. Okay. So I'm like, okay, I can come in tomorrow. Don't start putting the red flags in the comments as I explain this to you. Red flag number one. Anyway, girl, let me stop being messy. So I applied Tuesday. You probably like, oh Lord, dear, where's this going? They call me Wednesday. They say, hey, we want you to come in for an interview tomorrow, Thursday. Okay, cool. I ain't got nothing to do. I scheduled an interview for the next morning going Thursday. And they're like, well, we're going to do extra interviews and stuff, which is so common. So first, baby, why y'all recruiters, y'all are doing 5, 6, and 7 and 8 interviews? Baby, I mean, are y'all paying 300K or what? Because why in the world are we applying for jobs and you go for a phone interview, you go meet the manager, then they tell me you got to come back and meet this person, you got to come back and meet the lunch lady, you got to come back and see. Like, this is too much, okay? Can y'all baby, do a little phone screen, let me come meet the little director, and baby, y'all should know. But anyway, so that's what I expected because that's what I've been getting. So shout out to y'all recruiters. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. It's bogus though. So they were like, well, we're gonna have you come back for more interviews. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I ain't thinking nothing of it, right? I'm like, okay, God, if this is what you want for me, then this just what's gonna be. So, girl, I went to go get me some chicken. I went and met my husband for lunch, child. And so they called me the next day and said, well, we're not going to be inviting you for more interviews. We're actually going to offer you the position. So I'm on the phone in the bed because it's the Friday after the interview. Like I'm kind of sleeping in a little bit. I'm kind of getting a little, again, I'm antsy. Business isn't going that well. I want a job now. I'm serious about the job hunt. So she offered me the job. Cool. Location cool. It's in office. Salary cool. Whatever. So I'm happy. She's like, we gotta do a background check. That's cool. Like I'm good on the background check, good. So touch base with me that following Tuesday, and I started that next Wednesday. So keep in mind, I had just applied that Tuesday before, and by that next Wednesday, I was working. And since this was last month, okay, I want to get into my main topic tonight, which is about growth. Um, growth. So I was hired, and I started the job. A HR job. I've got 9 years of HR experience. Even inside of Conquer, I've done like HR consulting sporadically on various levels, and actually with some a pretty big companies. Well, I don't say big companies, but some nice size small business owners, right? Very good at HR. I love it. Obviously, you can tell if you watch me for 2 minutes, girl. You can tell I'm a people person. I want to talk about growth because I want to tell you that when I had to make the transition from, okay, I've been at home, you know, in this realm of full time entrepreneurship, which is fine. Obviously, I'm eating and there's a roof over my head, so obviously it's not that, but I was like, I need to pivot, I need to go back to work. And let me tell you, girl, that I really struggle with that decision because there was so much shame inside of me. And I want to talk about that. One, to release myself because you're going to be my therapist right now. But for two, also, I talk to people about this behind closed doors a lot. The stigma around a 9 to 5, the shame around a 9 to 5, right? And even me, why was I feeling the shame? Long story short, they fired me in 12 days. It was my very first time getting fired in my life. I'm 33, girl. And I know everybody say everybody's been fired before, girl. That's my first fire story, okay? Um, we're gonna talk about growth today. Mm. Okay, I wrote down a couple of bullet points. So if you see me looking down, I made some notes as I was thinking about this story of me having this high in my business to where I could walk away from my job, to me experiencing all types of highs and lows to where I felt like I was back down saying, hey, I need to go and get some more income. I want to say a couple of things about this, friend, and you let me know what you think. I'm going to just start spitting off stuff that's on my heart, okay? First thing I'm going to say is, and this is me affirming myself, and this is also maybe me affirming any entrepreneur that's listening to this, that we have to release the stigma of, hey, I'm an entrepreneur and I have a 9 to 5. I don't know where in my belief system, I don't know where I got this wrapped up in my belief system that if I had a business, but I had a 9 to 5 too, it made me way less successful and way less worthy and way less important. That got wrapped up in my belief system. And that was something that I really had to dismantle because I'm thinking to myself, girl, your resume fire. If you don't stop playing and go get you a job, that's what I'm thinking to myself. But I'm like, but I can try this in my business. I can try this. I can try this, which is cool. However, let's understand when to pivot and be smart for the sake of saving ourselves. And let me tell you this too. When she offered me that job, and I went, right? Of course, the soldier got fired, which is, we going to get there, girl. We going to get to how I got fired. I felt such relief when before I felt such relief when I got that offer letter. And it's almost like I couldn't believe it. I was like, I gotta see the offer letter. You know how they offer you the job? I'd be like, mm-hmm. They do the background check. I'd be like, mm-hmm. But once I started and I got there, I felt such relief. And I went into a season of slowing down with my business. This is just my story, friend. This is just what happened to me, girl. I went to a season of like really slowing down in my business because I said, okay, I share with the Conquer Club. I was like, y'all, I got me a job. I just started my job. I had planned out some content, so a little content was still rolling on a couple of, I think, like on maybe like Facebook or maybe like Instagram. Little content was rolling. I was like, I'm gonna really focus on my new job and doing that. And my body was like, okay, we can't even think of nothing with the business right now. Like I was consumed with just work, new routine. I've been at home lazy. I won't say lazy, but I've been at home, relaxed, working on Conquer, doing other stuff for so many years. So I'm like, well, let me get into a new groove. I'm cool. And yeah, my body has kind of slowed down on my business because I got to say this, going back to work released a lot of pressure. It released the need to be desperate, and it released the need to try to be something I wasn't. Truly. I wrote down a couple of notes that I want to go through. Okay. And let's go through them. I wrote down your vision versus reality. There was a vision that I have. That means still is. I still got a vision. You know what I'm saying? But I have, if you know me, I have humongous dreams, girl. Wow, big, amazing, amazing dream come true. The biggest I could ever dream and think of. Like, that's how big my dreams and goals are for me. And are they on their way? Yeah. But my today looks very different, right? And that's okay. We'll just leave it at that. That's okay. Because I can't expect to just wake up. Like, I don't want to ramble and get too much into it, but if I'm at level 1 and I want to go to level 10, how is it even fair to me for me to skip the process? You know what I'm saying? It's the game wouldn't even be fair if it lets you skip the process and what's required, right? So my vision versus reality, and I'm okay with that. Another thing that I just wrote down, y'all, and again, I want to talk about this more. It's like being okay with the real me. Being okay with this version of me, this season of my business, even if that looks like me doing extremely dope things in the entrepreneurial world. I host events with our hosting events, started speaking. I have the Conquer Club, we meet every week. I can do all of those dope things and feel good about the stability of a paycheck. Like I said, they got wrapped up in my belief system to where I felt like I had to pick one. And I don't want to like nag on myself too much because when I did start working, the first thing, I mean, I had a beautiful window in my office, the view, everything fantastic. I found myself like, I looked out the window like, oh my God, like I gotta stay here all day. That familiarity came back to me and it reignited that feeling of, oh, I was really chasing freedom. I was really chasing something so much bigger than just money and attention and stuff like that. You know, being honest with myself, being real with myself, and being okay with the real me. Because the only person putting a timeline on this stuff is me. It's me against me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. For real. I'm gonna do this one. Give myself the most grace. That's something that I feel like I adapted on another level this year. Was giving myself grace. That's something that I might not have had it on some vision board or dashboard or goal chart, but grace was something that I was blessed with tremendously this year for myself. And if you ever seen my live streams before, if you like this video and you liking this girl talk, girl, please, whatever you watching this on, just like it and let me know, girl, if you want more. But oh, girl, I lost my train of thought, but this is why I gotta stop talking when I be doing stuff, girl. This is why I gotta stop talking when I'm doing stuff. Okay, so I was saying, if you watch my live streams, girl, that's why I got notes, honey. I've been lost my train of thought up here talking to you, girl. So if you watch my live streams, you know I will refer to myself in third person. I'll talk about Deb, stuff. But that's because I really learned, or I am learning like how to truly give myself grace the same way I would extend grace to another woman, or the same way I would extend grace to you. If me and you were talking and you were telling me, oh, girl, I've had this business for a couple of years and we started doing events. I've changed all these women's lives and all of this, but I might need to start back working again. I might need to dust off my HR resume. You would be like, girl, yes, do you? Or if your best friend tell you something about a problem they having in a relationship, or with I don't know in a relationship, but if your friend call you because she's not being kind to herself, she feeling a little down. You know how we need a little pick me up from our friend. We need somebody to say, "Go, best friend, go, best friend, go." Right? I would extend grace. I find myself extending this grace all the time to everybody around me. Even when I do the Conquer Club every Tuesday night, I'm on Zoom with a group of women entrepreneurs that I lead. I extend so much grace. So I had to really make it a part of like my value system that we extend Deb the most grace. We refer to Deb like she our BFF, our best friend forever, because that's we want to give her grace like we would give our best friend grace. Because I'll find myself doing something or making a mistake or whatever, and I would just be in my head like, "Oh my God, why'd you do that?" Da 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 da. No, ma'am. What would you tell best friend? You would say, "Best friend, you didn't know. Best friend, you ain't never did nothing that big before, so you wouldn't know that girl. Now you learn." That's what you would say. You would say, "Best friend, look at all the great stuff you've done, though, best friend." So that's something I really adapted this year was Deb is go best friend, go best friend, go best friend, go. And I don't know if that's real Delulu or a life hack. And maybe a little bit of both, girl. So, but yeah, so that's what I've been on, like really extending myself grace. So in this season where, and this was just a couple of weeks ago, girl, I've been on the unemployed side for about 2 weeks now. So I had immense shame about like, okay, I need to go get a job to float this business. Like, let's just be for real. Go get the job. They fired me on my ninth day working there, which was 12 days including the weekend. My ninth working day, they fired me. They fired me. And so whatever, right? My mind went from shame that we have to go to a 9 to 5, relief that we got a 9 to 5, grieving what we feel like we lost by getting a 9 to 5, and then being let go and being catapulted back into that space. I mean, kicked out literally back into that space in a matter of weeks. I was, and again, this is new friend. It's right after things. This happened the week before Thanksgiving, friend. So Thanksgiving was just last week. This happened the week before that. So it's the holidays too. Just a lot of stuff, girl. In a short period of time for me to just a lot of different stuff for me to cycle through in a short period of time. You know what I'm saying? All in the meantime, I still have to do Conquer Club. I still got to get up and bathe and be a wife and be, so just along top the daily stuff. It just was a lot to grasp, but it's healing right now. To just be able to tell you about this because, girl, I said I cannot wait to do this podcast and tell these folks that I done went through all this, got this job, and then they done fired me, girl. Oh my God. I'm like, be for real right now. Be for real. So I know you're probably thinking, why did they fire you? Or in terms of like, you really got fired, like what happened? I did. And I will say this about me getting fired. There was no event or incident that happened. Um, their team simply decided I wasn't a good fit. Yeah. So you talking about a lot of just what is going on, what is happening. Okay, well, what do we do with the business now, God? Is this a sign to I'm just want to share my thoughts with you, what I'm thinking, like, is this a time to was I being disobedient by going to work? And you really were telling me to grind it out? Was that something that I wanted because I want money? I want to feel safe. I want to feel stable. So was I being disobedient by going to get a 9 to 5? And you're forcing me back home? So that's one thing I'm thinking. I'm also thinking, okay, no, you really need to go back to work. That just simply wasn't a good fit for you. And it's just a way to, build up a little resilience and you can come on and get back to it. Who knows? I don't know. So, friend, girl, I told you, friend, I was going to treat you like my diary, my therapist, and all that today, friend. Just to tell you that I don't know. But I do know a couple of things about me. I do know that I'm still doing great things, capable of doing great things. I'm still worthy. The business is still worthy. The future ideas that I have planned are still worthy, right? The time that I've spent in my business, even when it wasn't performing its best, is still worthy. And all of that is a part of the process. All of that is a part of the formula. And in all of those seasons, again, I told you, my mindset is you got to have the highs and the lows. Baby, that's the only way I'm going to stay sane. I got to believe it. Okay, that you got to have the highs and you got to have the lows. That's just how life is. But in that, like I said, I'm really going to take the seasons of low and be like, okay, this sucks. Baby, let's keep it 1,000. This hurts. This sucks. This makes me feel like I'm not built for it. And that's not a thought that I struggle with often. It's not, you know? So that rocked my confidence a bit. Just a little bit. So having a moment of I'm not okay, period. No, I don't want to think about this business. It got dark at 5:30. I'm finna put some pizza in the oven, some hot pockets in the microwave, or order some Wingstop and rub my feet together and watch one of, all these amazing movies that's coming out this time of the year on Netflix. And no, I'm not okay. And no, I don't feel built for this right now. Right? No, I don't feel like I can do this. For real. These are some very real feelings that can pop up during this journey. They are some very low lows. They truly are. And then once I let myself feel, it's okay to feel, right? I'm not okay right now. I'm a big dog, but I'm not okay right now. I can feel that. It's okay. And then, girl, I don't know what it's like for you, but I was like, okay, I can't remember where it was somewhere, but they was like, give yourself a deadline of, I don't use this hack all the time, but this was one time in my life where it worked. I was like, I'm gonna give myself a deadline of being sad. This is just like for me. So I was like, I'm gonna give myself a deadline of being sad. Let me tell you how sad I was. I was a little sad girl. I was sad for real. When we went over there for Thanksgiving, if you know me, or if you've been around me in real life, girl, I love to talk. When I walk in the house, girl, I don't care if it's somebody I never met before. I'm like, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm gonna just be me. I'm gonna be chill. I'm gonna watch, but I'm talkative. Girl, I went over our friend's house for Thanksgiving. She was like, how you doing, Deb? I was like, I'm making it. Like, oh my God. Like, it's giving you the negative Nancy. It's giving, girl, are you straight? Do you need to call the lady? Like, do you need to go? Like, you need to get it together. Like, let's be for real. I was like, oh my, like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm sad, sad. That's why I think I was like, oh yeah, I'm sad, sad, girl, for real. So, friend, girl, yeah, I was sad, sad. But I gave myself a deadline. I said, okay, you're going to be sad today. You're going to be sad this week. You're going to be sad next week. You're going to be sad. And when you wake up tomorrow, don't do nothing. Shower if you want to. Don't shower if you don't want to. Eat if you want to. Don't eat if you don't want to. You want to stand in bed and watch TV all day, and do that. If you want to get up and do something productive, then do that. Deb, no pressure. And that's what I did. Hold on, I think I'm not sure seemed like my light went dim, girl. Hmm. But I gave myself permission to be sad, girl. But I was like, but on Monday, that's it. And I told myself, I said, what are just two things I can do that'll make me feel good about myself? I didn't think about two things I can do that's gonna make me money, two things that I can do that I can post that's gonna make me look. And I was like, what are two things? Not two things that's gonna make your husband happy, not two things that's gonna make your friends happy because they've been trying to hang out with you. What are two things that you can truly do that is gonna make you happy? That's what I asked myself. And I said, well, working out because I'm feeling like greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes. I'm feeling like that. I said, so working out. I said, and doing a little something for the Conquer Club or for Conquer. That's it. Not cooking, not doing this, not hopping up, not being superwoman. I said, okay. Even when you go to the gym, no pressure. Even when you do this for the business, no pressure. And I gave myself grace. And I got up. And that morning, I flaked on myself. I laid around. I didn't do much. But that afternoon, I said, you know what? I said, I'm done being sad. And I did not want to, girl. I would walk around my house like a 2-year old throwing a tantrum, girl, for real. I put on them gym clothes, put on them shoes, and I walked out the house. And I started from there. Lots of grace. And of course, with those moments when you really start to get back in and truly start to like conquer what's next. Hello, wordplay. You get so much clarity. I got so much clarity during that whole little mess of shifting what's next, what's coming, is it this, oh it's not this. During that little time I got so much clarity. I got a deeper knowledge of self. I see that I'm resilient. I see that I can get back into the job market. I see that I can birth new ideas in my business. I see that I don't have to be desperate. It's okay to go back to work. All of these things. So that's it. That's episode one, girl. You let me know what you think. If you listen to this, an audio, girl, and you felt like you was just my home girl and we was just talking, girl, let me know. Send me a DM online, girl. Send me an email, baby. You could drop a telegram, baby. You come over here and knock on my door and let me know. Okay? If you enjoyed Conquer Conversations. Again, real women, right, that are chasing big dreams and conquering everyday life. So I'll see y'all next time. If you want to get more information about the Conquer Club, let me know down in the comments. You can go to our website, Conquer with Deb, and learn more about the Conquer Club. But I will catch y'all next time.